laughing out loud. Meg couldn't control her face, as being forced to curtsy to these two royals, by Catherine order. Humiliation of Meghan and Harry forced to walk behind George and Charlotte. Prince Harry's horror week has gone from bad to worse, with news that the funeral will see his irrelevance presented in the most stark way yet. Many amazing things that have happened over the last 10 days since the death of the Queen. There has been the unbelievable outpouring of national grief in the UK, seeing a post-Brexit, divided Britain unite in collective keening, David Beckham queuing for 13 hours to pay his respects while dressed like an extra from Peaky Blinders. And let me add something to the list, I have started to feel sorry for Prince Harry. The Duke of Sussex has not only lost his adored grandmother, one of his reportedly staunchest and last allies inside the royal family, but he has been dealt blow after mortifying blow thanks to Buckingham Palace's chaotic handling of events. On Monday morning the order of service for Her Majesty's funeral was released, and there on page 8 was just the latest indignity lumped on the 38-year-old's famous ginger head. When he and wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, take their place in the procession following the Queen's coffin into Westminster Abbey, they will be forced to walk behind his 9-year-old nephew Prince George and 7-year-old niece Princess Charlotte. The business of monarchy really can be a beseech, can't it? As hundreds of millions, if not billions, of people tune in globally to watch the Queen's funeral, they will also bear witness to the fact that Harry, born the spare to the heir, has been supplanted, and his irrelevance to the crown will never be more obvious. For the Duke of Sussex, the news that he will have to literally fall in place behind two primary schoolers just caps off what must have been two of the most discomforting weeks of his adult life. Within hours of the Queen's death, the royal family's website was updated to reflect the amended order of succession and to include the Wales's new titles. When Charles announced the news in his live TV address, it was the first time in history a sovereign had ever officially given their heir that title before their coronation. Mysteriously, the Sussexes' children Archie and Lilibet were still plain old Master and Miss, even though under the 1917 letters patent, they should have automatically become a prince and princess with their grandfather's accession. Nearly a week later, The Sun reported that after tense discussions it had been decided that while the Sussex kids would get their titles, Charles would not be making them his/her Royal Highness, as the Wales children are styled, leaving Harry and Meghan furious. At the time of writing, the royal website has not been changed, still, and there has been no official announcement on the front. Meghan Markle maintained her distance with Kate Middleton and kids at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral due to their strained relationship, explained Body Language. According to US magazine, Blanca Cobb said, Meghan's body language doesn't hint at her relationship with the Queen consort, Kate and the children. The expert, however, noted, standing back and behind the Queen consort, Kate and the children signals a possible emotional distance. The royal family was gathered at St. George Chapel in Windsor to pay one last goodbye to the late monarch. Reflecting on the touching ceremony, the methods of the Master's writer said, funerals bring out contemplation, reflection and prayer for those who pray. Cobb also added that the Sut Salam could be giving them space. Or she needed some space to reflect and think, the expert said. If she believes that their relationship is strained, then it's possible that she stood back. You tend to keep a physical distance when you don't feel emotionally close to someone. The bench author and her husband, Prince Harry, have been somewhat at odds with the Duke of Sussex's family following their 2020 step back from their royal duties. Tension continued to grow in March 2021 when the couple spoke out against the firm during an explosive CBS tell-all interview. However, when Elizabeth died, Meghan and Harry, 38, seemingly buried the hatchet with their loved ones, at least momentarily, to come together and mourn. The twosome, who share son Archie, 3, and daughter Lily, 15 months, have been spotted at multiple events in London and the surrounding area with Kate and William, 40, since the Queen's passing. While Meghan appeared somewhat detached from her sister-in-law and stepmother-in-law, 75, during Monday's events, her body language was respectful toward the late royal. Meghan's body language reflects deference to Queen Elizabeth, Cobb tells us, noting that at times, her arms were close to her side and at other times, they were slightly in front of her with her hands clasped in front of her lower abdomen, known as the fig leaf.